Trading Post FX, where the world learns to trade.
Welcome to the continuation of Module 2 of the Elliott Wave Vertical. This is on impulsive patterns. In the previous learning object, we learned about mathematical applications and projections and targets. In this learning object, we will learn about determining the end of a trend and reversal patterns. Donald Trump said, "I try to learn from the past, but I plan for the future by focusing exclusively on the present. That's where the fun is." The key to doing well in the market is by using the tools available to know when the trend is over and when the next trend is starting. How would you like to be able to target the end of a 5-wave sequence so that you know when the next trend is beginning? Do you think that would be useful to you? Let's have some fun and plan for the future by focusing on what price is telling us in the present, just like Donald Trump does. There are several methods of determining the end of a trend. They include 1. Channeling to target wave 5. 2. Projected price in the target zone for 5-wave sequence and internal subwave 5. 3. Divergence between waves 3 and 5 and a change in direction of the current momentum. 4. Reversal chart patterns such as rising or falling wedges, broken trend lines, double or triple tops and bottoms, and 1, 2, 3 tops and bottoms. 5. The 8, 13, 21, and 34-day Fibonacci EMA filter. And finally, 6. Candlestick reversal patterns. The channeling technique is another useful tool for wave projection. Elliott noted that 5-wave sequences are usually contained within parallel lines or a channel. This channeling methodology is often used to delineate the exhaustion zones, such as the end of a 5-wave sequence. Once the wave 5 target is achieved, one would expect to see a trend reversal as long as the other confirmation signals are also present. It serves as an optimal timing guide, giving the trader a competitive edge. The first step is to connect the bottoms of waves 2 and 4. The next step is to draw a parallel line off the top of wave 3 to project wave 5. If, however, wave 3 is extended, draw the parallel line off the top of wave 1. Using both channels actually gives a price zone targeting the end of wave 5. There are some variations to this technique which have gathered attention. The first point to make is that 3 reference points are required before drawing a channel. An initial channel can be drawn once waves 1, 2, and 3 are complete. The first step is to connect the tops of waves 1 and 3. Then step 2 is to draw a parallel line off the bottom of wave 2 to project wave 4. This provides the initial wave 4 boundary. As you can see, the wave 4 moves outside of the initial channel boundaries. At this point, for step 3, wait until wave 4 is complete and redraw the channel, starting by connecting the bottoms of waves 2 and 4. Step 4 is to draw a parallel line off the tops of each of the waves 3 and 1, as before. Finally, step 5 is to draw the parallel line halfway between the lines off waves 1 and 3. The wave 5 target should fall within this range. Sound complicated? It isn't really. It just takes practice. In this Euro-USD example, the downtrend channel is formed by first connecting the bottoms of waves 1 and 3 with a parallel line off the top of wave 2. As you can see, this initially provides a good approximation for the end of wave 4. Once wave 4 is complete, redraw the lines connecting the tops of waves 2 and 4. Then, the final step is to draw parallel lines off the bottoms of wave 1, wave 3, and 50% between them. As you can see, Wave 5 of this move falls short of the channel since wave 3 is extended. However, it is also worthwhile to note that wave 5 ends at the 61.8% trend line, which also happens to be the bottom of subwave 1 of 3. You are probably asking yourself, how would I know that wave 5 is not going to reach the channel target? The answer is you don't, but at this point you can target the subwave 5 of the 5-wave move. Let's look at that example. The Euro-USD internal target for wave 5 can be calculated using the same channeling technique, but for the subwave 5 of the 5-wave sequence. Start by connecting waves 2 and 4 tops. By drawing a parallel line off the bottom of wave 3, you can see that subwave 5 falls exactly at the base of the channel. Hence, channeling the internal subwave 5 told us that the entire 5-wave sequence was nearing an end at that stage. In fact, when we are projecting the end of wave 5 by using our Fibonacci ratios, we do exactly the same thing. First, we target the end of the 5-wave sequence. Then we target the internal subwave 5 count on its own. By projecting the internal subwave 5 sequence, we are narrowing in on the end of the entire 5-wave move. How do we project price in the target zone for a 5-wave sequence and the internal subwave 5? Impulse wave 5 is a multiple of wave 1, or the start of wave 1 to the end of wave 3. When wave 3 is extended, meaning that it has traveled further than 1.618 times the length of wave 1, it means that wave 5 will not likely be extended. The probable targets for wave 5 when wave 3 is extended are 1 times wave 1, or equality with wave 1, where the length of wave 5 equals the length of wave 1, 0.618 times the length of wave 1, 1.618 times the length of wave 1, and 0.618 times the length of the start of wave 1 to the end of wave 3. Just as we target the wave 5 move, we can target the internal subwave 5 move, or the subwave 5 of wave 5 move. We do that in the same way as described in the previous slide. Again, the impulse subwave 5 of wave 5 is a multiple of subwave 1, or subwave 1 to subwave 3. When subwave 3 is extended, meaning that it has traveled further than 1.618 times the length of subwave 1, it means that subwave 5 will not likely be extended. The probable targets for subwave 5 when subwave 3 is extended are 1 times subwave 1, or equality with subwave 1, where the length of subwave 5 equals the length of subwave 1, 0.618 times the length of subwave 1, 1.618 times the length of subwave 1, and 0.618 times the length of the start of subwave 1 to the end of subwave 3. To summarize, we have 3 ways that we have learned to target the wave 5 move. 1. Project wave 5 of the 5-wave sequence using